All right, what is up? I'm joined tonight by Dead Cool, all the
Hey,
way from North Carolina, right?
yeah.
All right, now I have to ask, is there much of a goth scene in North Carolina?
Actually, yes, there is.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not. I know it's really hard to believe, but the shows in North Carolina actually are really, really good. We're really happy.
Okay.
I feel like it's grown a lot over the last couple of years since the pandemic.
Okay. Hey, what is up, Kyler, my longtime favorite viewer? All right, so you dropped a new album in March, right? Stranger Kind?
Yeah,
March, yeah.
I think it's hard to keep up with the months. I can't
understand.
keep up with time.
It's like almost October, and last time I knew it was like July.
No, I know it's so crazy.
So how was the reception for that album? Everyone like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, good.
Kind of our biggest song at the moment, so it's good.
That is good. And you working on anything new yet?
Actually, we took a break from that just to do this. We have a new single that we're trying to release in the next couple weeks before we head out on tour.
Nice.
So we're excited.
Actually, speaking of the tour, I've got the poster right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So, how did you both get into making music?
Oh, that's a long story.
All right. Well, I got time.
I mean, we've been playing in bands for years.
Mm-hmm.
Separately and together. So it's like it's just been a lifelong thing, the whole band thing. But yeah, before we met, we were in, we were playing music in various bands, and then we got together and then played in various bands together. So it's just been a lifelong passion. And then Dead Cool formed in the middle of the pandemic. So that kind of gave us the time and creative time to make that all happen.
Yeah.
We're kind of locked in the house together. So.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're not really able to see anyone else, so make a band together. Why not?
Yeah, we were either going to kill each other or create something. So music helped us from not killing each other.
Definitely. Good job. So what do you think is the biggest challenge you're facing, right now as musicians?
I think for myself, I think it's the balance between the more that we've been doing musically recently, the balance between work and then being able to do the opportunities that we also have with the music. We'd much rather be just doing the music full time.
Yeah.
But obviously we still have to work our regular jobs.
I totally get that.
It's so I think my biggest frustration right now would be just balancing the time between that and being able to do both. But I'd much rather just be doing music all the time. It's hard to find time for everything. So I feel like sometimes we're just kind of burning our candle at both ends. But it's definitely worth it.
For sure. You have the same opinion, or you got anything different?
No, it's about the same. Yeah, it's hard to the balance is hard sometimes because we own our own business and we work a lot. So, and when we're not working, it's all band stuff. So it's definitely not a complaint by any means.
Right.
But it's hard sometimes. It's just the trying to find time to sleep. It's kind of hard. But,
yeah.
Yeah, but that and trying to mix this new song is driving me nuts. So other than that.
You having technical problems with it or something?
Yeah,
just can't get it perfect.
He's been working on it all day today. Yeah. I've heard the song a million times today. I finally was like, turn it off. We have to do this interview. Turn it off.
I do this.
All right, we have someone saying, "Hey, Johnny and Angie."
Hey, hey, Jamie.
All right, so how'd you pick your band name, Dead Cool?
That's Johnny. That's all him.
All right.
The name I was kicking around for a while for any long list of band names I keep in my phone where I come up with something. Oh, that'd be a great band name. But it's actually a song by a punk band called the Chrome Cranks. And I was a big fan of theirs, and I liked that song, and I thought I always thought it would be a cool band name. And nobody
All right.
had it, so such a basic name, so it was great. Worked out.
All right. I'm surprised no one had it. 'Cause you like you.
I don't think many people know what the name comes from because actually, I think this is the first time he's actually told anyone other than
I understand. That's like, I stole a song lyric to make my company name. So
I mean, we have to get inspiration somewhere.
exactly. Donna says, "Hey, y'all look great."
Hey, Donna.
All right. So
He's got purple hair.
ooh. All right. If you could pick one of your songs to be the first one, like someone ever hears, like a potential fan, what song would you pick?
Stranger Kind.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's our best song, and it's one of the songs that every time almost every show we play, somebody comes up and says how much the lyrics have meant to them.
That's
Okay.
And it's something that like a lot of people connect with. So, and I think it's our strongest song as well. My favorite, personally.
I agree. I agree. I like the new song that's not released yet, but I always tend to really like the new songs.
Yeah.
Just because they're new. But I also think Stranger Kind, that is definitely one of my favorite ones. I really like Bound by Light, and that was one of our first songs actually that we wrote during the pandemic. And I always love that song, and I really enjoyed playing it live.
Jason says, "Hello, hope you're having fun with this interview."
Hey, Jason.
All right. So how'd you figure out like what sound you wanted this band to have?
That's Johnny.
It just kind of happened because when we, like Angela said, our first song that we made up was Bound by Light.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little bit different than the rest of them because it's more guitar and bass driven.
Right.
And that was originally the direction we were going to go, and we wanted to do stuff that was like, or at least I wanted to do stuff that was more like in the vein of Killing Joke and bands like that. And after we had recorded that first single, I really got into, this is the middle of the pandemic, so I was bored out of my mind. So we really got into synthesizers.
Yeah.
And I started obsessing over that. And then the next song we released, which was The Last Time, and that was all on synthesizer. So it kind of like all of a sudden everything started going in a different direction. And
Right.
it wasn't really a big plan to do that. It just kind of happened. And we just kind of went more electronic than, traditional, band.
Right.
But it's been cool. It's definitely different because we're used to playing more traditional style of music, with a full band, and just being the two of us and playing electronic music. It's been really cool, and it's just really, I don't know, it's just been a lot of fun. And I think the electronic stuff actually as well live gives like people like to dance a lot. So at our shows, it's like usually, everybody's dancing, so it's pretty cool. So that's kind of just kind of happened to go the way it did. So
all right,
went completely away from what I originally was trying to do.
But recently I've started playing bass again, so we're bringing a little bit of that back in because I missed playing bass. And a few shows that we played, I actually played bass, and I think I'm going to play bass on Bound by Light, and on our new song, I'll be playing bass on that live as well. So I'm really excited.
This person says, "Great band."
Thank you.
And we got that one.
Hey, Candy.
Who gave me
Candy. Flash is on here. She's kind of popular.
All right. Tell me a story about a song that like had a huge influence on you, like when you were growing up or when you decided to make your own music or something.
Johnny, you do that. That's hard. That's a hard question. So many songs and so many years.
Fair.
I think stuff that had like a major impact on me, like before I started playing music, and it kind of carried into like getting me into playing music with stuff like early David Bowie, Spiders from Mars, stuff like that.
Nice.
Really got into like that whole record, and those old songs have a certain kind of production value, and like the way things are like panned and the instrumentation and all that kind of stuff. I just really kind of like gravitated towards that, and I don't know, that really inspired me to want to play. Plus, my parents were both musicians, so that helped. But yeah, but things like that, like Bowie and even early Kiss. Yeah, remember too, I'm old, so those are things. But like things like that. I mean, it was like Bowie was one thing because it was like it was crazy looking, and it was just like this weird artsy stuff that was have really cool production. And then Kiss was like makeup and monsters playing rock and roll, so it was like all that whole kind of thing kind of just dragged me into wanting to play music. And I would say, as far as like still to this day, like David Bowie is one of my favorites as far as
mine too.
Agreed.
Songwriter and just like producer and musician. That's all that kind of got me first into it, and then even still, like when I record and stuff, some of those production values from like this like Spiders from Mars records, it's like the way things are panned and everything. I still use that kind of stuff in my own recording, so it
all right,
stuck with me.
And something some people don't know is Johnny actually played in a David Bowie Spiders from Mars tribute band at one time. He was Mick Ronson, and he played guitar in a Bowie band, which was
that's cool.
It was really, really cool. He only did it a few times, but it was really, really fun to watch.
That's really cool. Oh, Angie says, "Hey guys."
Hey.
All right. So, what's your songwriting process look like? Where do you start? How's it develop?
It usually starts.
It starts on his phone.
Yeah. I have a long thing of notes that are just like lyric ideas. Like if I think of like a one-liner, I'll put it in my phone. And same thing with song titles. And usually it could be me sitting there with a guitar or a bass or a synthesizer, and I usually come up with like some type of riff that I'll think like is really, really cool or something.
Right.
With, and then I usually start from there, and then it's usually just a riff, and then I'll get a drum machine and try to figure out a beat with it, and then trying to put together vocal melodies. And usually I'll start going through like the list on my phone for like song titles or one-line lyrics to try to see if I can put something together, and it usually all falls into place like that.
His phone is also full of videos facing from here upwards of him playing a guitar like this.
Whenever I come up with an idea, that's what I do. I get the phone out, I take these terrible videos of myself playing, just so I can remember that 1 minute of whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go back to it, and it'll be terrible, and I'll go back to it another time, and it'll be great. So I have a ton of those videos. I just need to delete a lot of them, but a lot of the songs are just me messing around on the guitar or synth or bass until I think I got something strong enough to come up with.
All right. Thanks for the invite. You guys rock.
Hey,
thanks.
All right. So I really liked your cover of Send Me an Angel. What gave you that? I like the idea to do that.
It's just such a good song.
Yeah.
It is a good song.
Actually, a friend of ours, we were actually at a grocery store, and a friend of ours that we hadn't seen in a long time came up,
forgot about
and
that.
he said, "Oh, I like you guys' new band." He said, "It reminds me of that band and that song that did that, Send Me an Angel." And I laughed, and I never thought about it.
That was Mick Higgins.
Like a year later, and then I was thinking like, should do a cover of something cool, and that popped in my head for some reason, Send Me an Angel, and I just started messing with that, the riff of that song, and then instead of doing it all like, super like upbeat, I just started doing the riff with like a real distorted sounding synthesizer, more darker sounding, and it just worked. In about like 10 minutes, I came up with the quick little arrangement, and Angela came in and was like, "This is great." So we just went from there.
And that was a fun video to make, also.
And Katie from Tender Lash is in that video too. Yeah. Speaking of North Carolina goth scene, there you go.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you were a salad, what dressing would it have?
I mean, I am from North Carolina, so I'd have to say ranch.
All right.
I'd say vinaigrette.
Oh my God. He's from New Jersey.
I ask all the bands that, and whichever answer has the most popular, the most popular answer, I'm going to pick one person who gave that answer, and they get a free t-shirt at the end of the year.
I mean, I think ranch wins always.
I don't know. I've had quite a few vinaigrettes.
No.
Yeah. I've actually had a surprising number of blue cheeses also.
Ew. But like nobody says Thousand Island.
No one said Thousand Island.
Like
that would have been my second choice. It's good.
I want to know what dressing is Candy's favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite dressing?
That's ranch.
All right. So where can everyone find you and find your stuff?
Bandcamp. You can go to, I don't know the whole things, but it's just Dead Cool on Bandcamp. Spotify, Instagram. Johnny has a
Facebook, TikTok.
Oh yeah, Facebook. Johnny has a TikTok. I don't do TikTok. He does all of that, so we have that as well. Just but I'd say like any of the streaming networks.
Yep,
we're there.
Yeah,
we're on there.
Oh, all right, Caesar. I dig it.
Caesar. Oh, okay. I don't know about the anchovies.
You're vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
Can I just ask why? Like, what reason?
I would say, like, first of all, we're both animal lovers. Our passion, but music and animals, we're both animal lovers. Just the thought of hurting an animal or eating an animal is barbaric to me. But so we just always, had never really been into meat. But also, health-wise, also, I just think it's we're not getting any younger, and if we're going to be out here rocking out for at this age, I feel like we got to take care of ourselves and not be clogging up our arteries.
Candy says to ask you about your dogs.
Oh, hold on a minute. I want to know, does anybody actually hear anything snoring on the video? Because in here we can actually. My dog is snoring under me right now. Snoring so loud. Hold on. Come here, buddy. Come here, hold on.
Oh my goodness! Look at that face.
This is Angus.
Oh my goodness.
He was sound asleep. He was snoring underneath me. He's like, "What is happening?"
Oh.
He's like, "Why did you wake me up?"
Is he a pug? A bulldog? What is he?
He's a pug. Oh, he's so heavy.
Cute.
He weighs like 50 pounds.
All right, people are excited to see Angus.
He's popular. He's our mascot.
All right, I dig it. You need to put a pair of sunglasses on him or something. Get like a gothy photo of him. That'd be funny.
What you doing, buddy? Yeah, I was thinking you guys could hear the snoring the whole time.
No, not at all. All right, I'm going to take just a second and say who I've got on next time, just to get it out there. On Wednesday at 7, I've got Zach Campbell from the Waning Moon, Kentucky Vampires, Caressing Misery, and Los Vampiros del Mar. And then also that same day at noon. I have Careless Sanctions, so those would be good too.
We love Zach.
Yeah, Zach's our buddy.
All right,
Zach's
he's
friend.
cool.
We love Waning Moon.
Yeah. Zach's in about 1 million bands.
He is. Those are just the 4 he told me to put on there. He's like, I've got a bunch of others, but
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm glad you didn't tell me to put all of them because there's hard enough to fit 4 logos onto that flyer.
Yeah,
All right. Was there anything else that we haven't touched on that you really wanted to talk about?
Just hope that we see a lot of people at our upcoming shows. In the middle of October, we have our tour with Fall Shock. Fall Shock is an Italian band, a good friend of ours. It'll be his first time in the United States, so I'm super, super excited about the tour.
I'll pop that back up again.
Yeah, so I hope everybody comes out and sees these shows. It's going to be so much fun, and also, you know, people check out Fall Shock. Also, just a great, great artist, and I'm really, really looking forward to the tour and hoping to see a lot of people at the shows.
All right. Anything else, Johnny? You're good.
I think that about does it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on. This was fun.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thanks
so
for
much
having
for
us.
having us.
All right.
Cheers.
Oh, hang on. I'll get my tea. There we
Yeah.
go.
Cheers.